Yeah, so I'm playing Kenny, who is a basketballer who plays for the uh, Beijing Kaoyas, which means fried fried duck in Chinese. They're absolutely hilarious. Adele is fantastic. I love her to death. So that has been the most fun part. Uh, well, I've known Adele since Crazy Rich Asians, and she's amazing. So I love her work. I respect her immensely. And so when she asked me to come onto this, I was like, of course. But then I didn't know what I was signing up for, and I read the script, and I was like, this is freaking hilarious. Of course I want to do this. And she's fantastic. This is her first time directing. It's her directorial debut. And I spoke to her beforehand, and she was like, no, I'm not nervous. I know what I'm doing. And she absolutely does. She's down there like a pro. And the footage that we're getting is amazing. And I think it's going to cut together to make a ridiculous film. So I think she's doing a fantastic job. Good work, Adele. I don't think you could put together a more iconic group of comedic Asian talent power doing this movie. It's just absolutely insane and ridiculous, and it's exactly what it needs to be. I just saw them all together as a group performing a scene for the first time because my stuff isn't with the whole group, and I was actually blown away by how funny it was. So I think everyone's in for a treat. I'm very, very excited about how it's going to turn out. Yeah, I mean, I think the journey of Audrey is very relatable for me. I mean, for any third culture kid, any ethnic kid born in white society, overseas or whatever, you go through a journey trying to find your identity and figure out who you are, and that's exactly what she goes through in this movie. And we see her grow, we see her come to accept her culture and be proud of it, and I can definitely relate to that, and it's beautiful. I've seen people that look like me on screen since I can remember watching movies, right? There's always been Asian people, but I've never felt represented until much more recently. I mean, my parents teach martial arts. I've always watched kung fu movies and martial arts movies and that. But I found myself turning to Asian cinema when I was in my formative years to find representation and find men on screen that I could aspire to be like, because I didn't find that in a lot of the Western media that I was consuming. And so it wasn't really until a lot more recently that I feel like I can say that I've been represented. And you know, it's we still got a little bit of a way to go, but we're making strides, and it's getting there, and that's very encouraging for me because that's what I'm trying to do.